Oh guys, what's going on? One Piece chapter 714. This fight, this chapter is basically Luffy's fight in Block C. Just Block C in general. At the end of the chapter, we still have 40 contestants left, which is still too much. I was hoping that we could get into the top 10, maybe, just so we can see some stuff go down. We got introduced to some fodder characters here and there. Some who weren't really even important who got knocked out. So, this is going to be very quick. This is going to be a very quick review. The ones who I expect to be in the top 5 are Luffy, Qin Chao, the guy with the explosive punches, Ideo, the Funk Brothers, and that's really all I can see being in the top 5. In the chapter, at the beginning of the chapter, we see Luffy knock out the giant with one blow. Like, his face is crushed in. It's crazy. He gave him that Bellamy punch. It's crazy. So he's out. Ideo, who we get introduced to in this chapter, has some really explosive punches, almost like the King's punch. His punches are insane. He punches the giant, there's a big explosion, and the giant is pretty much knocked out of the ring into the stands. The Funk Brothers, they are interesting. One of them is good offensively, and the other one is good defensively. The one who's good offensively, he's a boxer, but he has a very low chin. And for those of you who don't know what chin is being able to take hits. Hits to the face, that is. He doesn't have a good chin. Somebody just punched him in the face and he was already out. While the other half of the Funk Brothers, he doesn't fight at all. He said he's never gotten in a fight in his life. But when he shielded his other brother, it revealed that he had a really tough body. Cause one of the other contestants, they had a Haki infused axe, and they was going to chop up the other Funk brother, but I can't even remember their names. The defensive wise Funk brother, he covered him. Either he has insane armor in Haki, or he just has a very tough body. And we see that they fuse together, almost like a type of fusion of sorts. And with their type of power being combined together, they're going to be a big threat in this block. Especially, I wouldn't say especially to Luffy, but they're going to be a force to reckon with the others. And so we have Qin Chao also. We get revealed to Qin Chao's former bounty. His former bounty was 500 million berry. It's more than Luffy's. Much more than Luffy's. And if we all remember clearly, Jinbei, he said that once a man's bounty hits 400 million, it doesn't raise that easily again. You'll have to do some insane stuff for it to raise past 400 million. Because Jinbei's former bounty is 440 million. 40,000 more than Luffy's. But Qin Chao, he's above them. He has 500 million. So it just goes to say that he was a very great pirate when he was in his prime. But I don't really know how he would match up now. Because it seems that he's still powerful, but I mean, just not as good if he was in his prime. Even though we've never seen his prime before. Also, the one other thing I want to mention in this chapter before I go is that there have been rumors spreading around that Luffy's identity is, that Straw Hat Luffy is actually somewhere in this tournament. And we see that one of the contestants, I can't remember his name. I cannot remember his name worth a shit. I think he was some type of bounty hunter. bounty hunter or a robber or something like that. But he grabs Luffy's mask. He grabs Luffy's mask, and Luffy has to use something else to cover up part of his face. I mean, he still has his eyes revealed, but he's trying to cover up the fact that he has a straw hat on and his fake beard. Because if everybody saw that straw hat, everybody would immediately catch on that he's Straw Hat Luffy. And so the guy who grabs the mask, he'd be like, "Hey yo kid, I've been hearing a rumor that Straw Hat Luffy is somewhere in this tournament." And that's pretty much it. This is going to be a bad situation for Luffy. It's definitely going to be a bad situation for him, because I mean, if we have some fodder character already knowing who he is, or at least having an idea of who he is, then there has to be more people, because Luffy's identity has been revealed several times throughout these chapters. Bellamy has caught on. He even told Luffy, he'd be like, "Yo, I know you're Straw Hat." We have Cavendish, who found out and made a big commotion about it, and Qin Chao, who made a big commotion about it. So we had three separate times as to where his identity was revealed. So along the way, somebody had to have I wouldn't say accidentally, but overheard their conversations. And even Bartolomeo found out. So really four? About 4 times. So I mean, somebody had to have heard about Straw Hat Luffy being in this tournament and must have spread that news around. Or if not all around, at least to a few other people. So I mean, Luffy's identity will probably get revealed before the end of this block, because we have some pretty powerful people. And I mean, he can't be holding that thing over his head forever. I mean, he's going to have to fight seriously at some point, especially against Qin Chao, because even though he's not in his prime, he's still very powerful. So that's pretty much all I got for this chapter. I can't wait to see what happens next. Well, I forgot. There will be no chapter next week. It's going to be taking a break next week, and it will be resuming the week after next week. So yeah, all I got for this chapter. Rate, comment, subscribe. Peace.